Awesome. Hey, welcome everybody to today's webinar. We're going to be talking about the trading terminal real-time simulator and funded account. And we're going to do this by going over it in a couple different ways. One, for members that are just like, hey, I just heard about this. How do I kind of get this? We're going to cover what you need to do to sign up for the account. Then I'm going to give you some success tips on being successful with the account. We'll cover the rules and the purposes of the account. And then if you're finding that you're not having success, I'll mention our program that we have over at Peak Capital Trading that also has a funded account that's there to aid you in the process of becoming a much more successful trader. So the first step in this trading terminal funded account is that you have to have a trading terminal premium account. To get that, you can basically click on any of these buttons, but if you click on simulator, this will come up. You click on the plan and you go ahead and fill out the information, purchase as necessary. As I already have an account, we'll just use my Google account to come into here and sign up for it as it goes. Once you're signed up, it will bring up the actual real-time simulator account. At this point, you do not have a funded account. All you will have is a simulator account, and you can practice and go through. I encourage you to test out your trading plans, get familiar with the system and the software and how to input orders and everything in this simulator side of the real-time simulator. This allows you to make mistakes. This allows you to work out the kinks, understand what your trading plan is. Once you're ready for that, you will just simply come over to the funded trading account and you'll start a new funding account. Click on there and you'll go through the process. Click continue and purchase the funded account. At that point, any trade that you take inside the funded account is just like taking it with IBKR. It's just like taking it with Charles Schwab. It is a broker account. You are responsible for all the trades and everything that occurs in there. What we also have up here is you also have a journal that you go to that your trades will auto-populate into. You also have the account and rules, frequently asked questions that you can go to. You also have this report of bugs. So if at any point you have any issues or any bug that you want to report that to us and we'll get it. So that's how we get to that account. So let's get into what we're here for. And that is the funded account rules and how we can be successful at this account, right? So this is how we're going to cover the rest of this. I'm going to talk to you about 3 successful tips that can make you successful in this account. We're going to talk about the purpose of the funded account, the costs associated with it, the rules, how to check your eligibility status, what the payout process is, and then we'll talk about any questions that you may have. As I mentioned before, I'm going to run through this presentation from the start to finish, and then I'll start to address the questions because we're going to use this in different areas to keep all the traders informed about this. So my first and most important tip for you is to make sure that you have a trading plan to follow. Without a trading plan, you're not going to be successful. You're just gambling in this thing. And because it's a simulator type and it's very easy to press buttons and get out and get in and get out, you will become quickly addicted to it, kind of like a gambler. But when you have a trading plan to follow and treat this account like a real account to help you become a better trader, you're going to have the most success with it. The second tip I have for you is you got to know your results. And now with the journal being directly linked to your trading terminal funded trading account, you'll know what your winning percentage is, your average winner, your average loser, and the average trades you take per day. Based on that information, you can send that to me and I can tell you whether you can be profitable over the course of this account or not, just by simply running these numbers. Now, this last part, and this is going to be the most difficult. This is where you hear trading psychology takes up 90% of being successful in trading. It's because you have to be disciplined, right? You have to. You have to follow your plan. You have to accept that when your plan says get out of a trade, you get out of a trade. When the trading plan says to take a partial, you take a partial, but you take it when your plan says, not early and not late. You stick to your plan. And over time, sticking to your plan brings consistency and it brings the results that you want. So these are the three things. If you have a trading plan, you know that those results work, and you can be disciplined in executing that plan, you can be successful with this real time simulator that we have offered to you as a trading funded account. So, what is the purpose of this account? It is a simulated trading account that is designed to replicate a real broker account to provide realistic experience to practice your skills. So, what does that mean? It means by having this account and taking trades in that funded account, they are going to be treated like you're taking a trade in your broker account. What are the benefits of that? Well, it's the cost. In a real broker account, you have to, one, fund the account, you have to pay for your trading platform, you're ending up paying for commissions. All that adds up. And then you have to actually supply the equity. What this account is doing is it is removing you having to apply your own personal equity to safeguard it. Now you're still going to pay a trading platform fee. You're still going to pay commissions, right? But you don't have to apply $50,000 or $12,500 of your own money into this account. And if you make a mistake or do something or go on till and blow that account up, you're only liable for the cost of the platform that you paid, right? The $299 for the funded plus your monthly trading terminal subscription, right? So that's the purpose of this account. You need to treat this real-time simulator the same way you would treat a broker account. You can't treat it like it's just paper money because it's not, because you ultimately can earn a profit from it if you treat it and act the same way you would as a broker account. The profits are real as long as you follow the rules. Again, this is educational based. The object of this is not to make money, although it is a nice benefit to it, but it's to create that psychological learning experiences that are going to support your growth as a trader. Learning how to deal with the losses, learning how to handle a trade that goes against you, even though you're 100% sure that it was going in your direction, and how you're able to react. It provides a safe environment to make mistakes and learn from without putting a large amount of your own capital at risk, right? Think about this. We had a trader, he was one of our top traders, going to be paid out, but he had to sustain it for a couple more months. And in one day, blew up $41,000 in that account. Think if that was his actual money, his retirement account, money that he had earned and was planning on living off of in the future. All gone because of one bad trading. That's what this is here to do, to prevent that, to allow you to experience that, learn from that, grow from that, and not make those mistakes when you have your actual capital at risk. So here's the cost to it, and I'll walk you through it, right? The first trading platform cost is that you have to maintain a trading terminal premium membership through the entire trading period. currently at $99. If at any time during that 90 days your trading terminal premium membership lapses, meaning your card doesn't go through, the card is canceled, it has insufficient funds, you're going to lose that funded trading account and all the profits associated with it, right? Why is that? People are like, well, why is that? Because it's a way to game the system, and that is not what we're looking for, right? You put in a card, you get it, and then you either make money or you don't make money, right? And then you decide, oh well, maybe I'll put another card into this later and try to save that $99. Maybe it won't go through. That's not the way it happens. Once that card does not go through, your account resets now. Once you paid that trading terminal premium membership, you don't automatically get a funded trading account. You get the simulator account that you can go in there and practice. And I encourage you to do that until you're confident and have a plan that you know works. And then you go to the funded side and purchase the $299. That $299 is good for an entire 90 days. In there, you will also be charged commissions and fees at a rate of 0.005 cents per share with a minimum of a 35% or 35-cent per transaction fee. This is the same commission that IBKR gets, and it's probably the best commission structure you'll find out there other than free commissions, but that's a whole nother topic and webinar on how free commissions truly are not free commissions. The fees are deducted from your equity balance upon execution. However, if there's a system glitch or processing and they're not automatically adjusted, we will adjust them at the time of payout when we review the account. What do you get in that 3 months? Well, you get a 50,000 funded trading account. Your equity balance will start at 12,500 and your buying power will be 50,000. That's 1 to 4 margin, the same that IBKR gives and typically what most brokers get. That's what we're trying to replicate because we want this to be an educational based tool for you. The maximum payout will be $10,000, and that is over the course of the 90 days. So let's say, hey, you hit it big on day one and you made 12,500 on one trade, and you're like, oh, I'm good. I'll have to trade for another 89 days and I'll just wait for my payout. You'll see in the rules that is not going to work, right? We want you to trade consistently for the entire 90-day program. It is designed to improve you as a trader. The money that gets paid out is because you have demonstrated that you are learning and that you are progressing as a trader. And therefore, Andrew's willing to pay that bonus upon you demonstrating your educational proficiency. The maximum drawdown in this is $2,000 equity or $8,000 buying, meaning that when your account draws down to $10,499 unrealized, so you can't bag hold, unrealized, you are no longer eligible, right? That means you get into a position, you max your buying power, the stock is going against you. Your equity balance would be $10,499. Your account is no longer eligible for a payout, even if that stock recovers and you make money on it at the end of it. And we'll talk about that in the thing. Program is designed to help traders learn. What's Andrew saying? Oh, I thought I saw Mike P and I thought it was Mike B. We're good. TT funded account trading rules. So these are the rules, okay? And I'll cover a couple of these separately for you. So the first one is, again, this program is designed to help you as a trader learn, grow, develop your trading skills in a simulated environment, right? Excesses or unlimited account resets are not authorized. And this is one thing we found out with our beta users is There were a significant amount of our beta users that were simply taking advantage of the program. They would get it into a position with max buying power. It would go against them, so they'd hit the reset button, they'd redo it. And we had one trader that had 96 resets in a 5-day period, right? Consistently, we had that. There were more resets over 10 than there were for resets that were under 3. It was crazy what we were seeing, right? You're not allowed to exploit any technical issues or systems errors in the program. Ignoring the program's risk management and trading rules is also going to make you ineligible for the payout. The drawdown limit is 2,000, like we discussed, 8,000 buying power. Your positions will be liquidated here in the near future. Right now, what we are doing is we run a report at the end of the day that catches any account that came down below that threshold. In the near future, there'll be a release that when your account unrealized draws down below that 10,500 on the equity, it will liquidate your position. This will, you'll know at that point, it'll be like, oh, what happened? That's the first thing to check if you see your position is liquidated. No overnight holds. All these positions must be closed prior to 3:59 Eastern. We have that in the rules. However, there is a risk control that will liquidate all accounts at 3:59 or shortly thereafter. But if that account does not get liquidated, you're still responsible for closing that. And those profits will not be adjusted if they're made after hours because it's only during the market hours. You're not allowed to trade hard to borrow stocks. Only the available short inventory from interactive brokers is allowed. Now, these next 4 trading rules, I like how Andrew classified these in the chat room when he was discussing before. They are soft rules. And what do we mean by soft rules, right? Like your equity drawdown, that is a hard rule. You either hit it or you don't. These are soft rules. Part of the educational process, especially in BBT, is we teach you to be a disciplined trader. Now, we want you to trade 36 days over the course of that 3-month period. That's typically on average 3 to 4 trading days a week. Not bad, not unrealistic. It's showing that you're an active trader, that you're a team. The next rule that we get into is the one that gets everybody really riled up. I mean, riled. Like they're like, oh, what am I going to do? And it makes them all nervous, right? And this is averaging 2 round trip trades per day over a 10-day period. Well, let's say, hey, I'm one of them. I would be considered a conservative trader. I average anywhere from 1 to 3 trades per day based upon my strategy and the setup and how often it appears. So let's say over the course of my 90-day period, I might have missed 1 or 2 of this 10-day period where I only had 1.9 average trades. Are we going to disqualify you? Possible. If we look at your account and your account is active going up and you're constantly trading and we can see, and it's obvious when you look at your equity curve that you're there, we're not going to do anything. You made the rule. You met the intention, which is disciplined trading, trading a plan, and executing properly. We'll see that. Your equity curve displays it. What we don't want to see is what we saw in one of our traders earlier is that you trade, you make your profit, and then you go flat for 6 days, right? That isn't going to work, or 10 days, or 20 days, or 30 days. They actually went flat for 30 days straight. That's not going to be eligible because you stopped trading and you did not meet the intent of the program. The next one is a single trade profit. No single trade may account for 30% of your profit target. We will simply apply this at the end of the 90 days when we review the account. Basically, again, we just don't want you to game the system, right? Consistently trade your equity curve will show it. What we don't want to see is an equity curve where you're trading spikes up and then all you do is you go little trade, little trade, little trade, right? So you're trading 1,000 shares, you finally hit it big, and now you're trading 1 share a day. Like now we're going to start to adjust your profit target off of it, right? And that goes into your consistency, right? Are you over a 30-day period going to gradually increase your size? Absolutely. May you gradually decrease your size based upon kind of what's going on with you? Sure. But believe it or not, your equity curve very clearly reflects that. And when I review the account, I can quickly determine, right, pulling out specific numbers, if you did something that violated one of these rules. You'll also notice we do reserve the right to introduce any other rules if we notice that there's something that people are taking advantage of, gaming the system. That's where this reset rule came in for our beta users. So if you were a beta user, you have a max of 3 resets to be eligible. If you're not a beta user or you paid for your funded account, the reset rule does not apply to you because you don't get any. There are no more resets for free in the account. But if you are a beta user, you have up to 3 resets and you can still be eligible. So how do you check your eligibility status? Remember that journal button that I pointed to at the beginning of this? You just simply click on that. It'll pull up your account. You'll see your account over here. And then it will tell you not eligible for funded account and view reasons. If you don't see that, you're eligible. It's that simple. If you don't see this little square up here, you are eligible. And you just simply click on it, it'll tell you why. Currently, there'll be 2 reasons. One, you have too many resets, or you're below 10,500. And remember how I said you want to know your stats. You'll notice here's all those stats I told you. You have your winning percentage, average winner, average loser, average trades. We provide that to you. So again, point back to that successful tip, right? Know your stats, know if it works out correctly, whether you're going to make it or not. So how does the payout process works? At the end of the 90 days, your account is going to be flagged and it's going to go into the needs to review, close last 24 hours, and I'll be notified about that. I'll review your account for compliance with the rules. If I find out or if I see anything that you're incompliant, I'll tell you. I'm going to email you and ask, what's going on? Give me your thing, right? Let me know what's going on, and then we'll see what we're going to do from there. But if you're compliant with all the rules, I'll just simply send you an email notifying you that you made it with your profit, and I'll give you instructions on submitting an invoice to be paid. Our primary and recommended method is through PayPal because we can do it worldwide. We can do it in the currency that we need to, so that it is there. Now, let's say you've been doing this trading account. You've not been having success. You've tried it. You've hit reset. You paid for a couple resets and you're just not getting this, right? And you're like, man, what's going on? But you want to become a better trader, right? One of the programs that we have, and this goes back to the successful tips I was talking about, right, is we help build trade books in an improved mentorship type of program at Bootcamp. And it goes to those successful tips I was talking. We help you develop a trading plan. We help you determine and analyze those stats, winning percentage, average winners, average losers, and how that affects your risk, your trade management, as well as your strategy. Then we work on your discipline, right? How to stick to the strategy, how to execute it, how to measure it. And we help you identify the gap between what your strategy can produce and what you actually are producing. And then we can address some of it.
I'm just also helping you answer a couple of questions. So one question is that there's nothing real account in there. So this is all simulator, and you have to look at it like a competition that at the end of the day you're gonna get the pay. So 12,500, you don't need to deposit that. It's a simulator. What you need to do is you need to learn trading and show consistency on that, and you get a prize at the end of it. And then the max loss is very important, guys. Let me explain that max loss. So imagine, the idea of the max loss is that you put the money in there, and then if your account goes down to maximum loss, even if it's open position, even if you think it's going to come back up in the prop environment or in a broker environment, you get auto liquidated. That means that even if you're still waiting to come back up, your account would close and then you lose all of your money, because that's just broker or prop firm automatically would do that. Because this is a new product and we didn't have that one. So some of you really went down, some people really went to zero and came back up. So we applied this to all of the trades in the past, and then you see at one point actually you got auto liquidated or not, or you would have got auto liquidated or not. Um, and the idea behind it, if you don't do it, then it becomes like a gambling. So imagine that you're paying like $59 per month. You can't go minus $10,000 and then go back up. If you make money, so from 12,000, you go to 15,000. Now that if you lose $2,000, you're still eligible because your buying power or equity curve didn't go below what you had. Um, Yeah, you can make 3 or 4 trades a week and still be eligible. So what we want here in this one is that people actually actively trade. So you see ups and downs of the market. So right now the market is selling up. Tomorrow president might tweet something goes up. Some days are easy, some days are hard, some days are choppy, some days are extremely directional. So you got to go through all of that. There are some other programs that you can get asked payout anytime. Those funded accounts, or they're more operating like a casino, things that you can go in there, and if you make $1,000, you can say, I want to withdraw, and then they pay you immediately, same day or next day. But this program is not one of those. This program is focused on education. Um, Again, there's no a daily drawdown. You can have anything as long as you don't hit the max loss. So
Yes.
it's the funded training account. The word funded is coming in a way that you at the end of the day, at the end of training, you get funded. You get money. Maybe it's not the right word for it, but it's different from the other prop firm funded accounts.
So the question, so pros, it's not a daily drawdown max, it's a download limit. So once your account goes below 10,500, that's when you will be liquidated. So the first day of the account, really your daily drawdown limit is 2,000 because you're starting fresh, right? But like Andrew just said, if you have $15,000 at the start of the day, you can draw down more than that 2,000. So it only triggers once you hit 10,500. If you click on account rules and frequently asked questions, you can actually go down here and all of this is listed here. So once you're in there, you'll have this available for you to look at. It's also got frequently asked questions that we get that you can go through and also here's the $5. So the answer, Shahil, yes. If you get paid out once, you can get paid out more. If I will tell you that if you are somebody that is successfully doing it, Andrew may reach out to you and there may actually be other offers that we offer you. Kitso, email me at mike@pcapitaltrading.com with your account number, and I'll look into your account and I'll pull the report and go to it. The report, just for everybody that that is worried about their 10,500 equity limit, that report that we do every day, uh, tells us the ticker you were trading, the amount of shares, the time, and at what time and point your account dropped below that 10,500. I'm not saying that your account did or did not go through there. I'll look it up on the report and then I'll get back to you. And if it never did drop below that and we verify that, it could just be something in the programming code that flagged your account by accident. So we'll revert the account back to eligible. You know if you're eligible by going to your journal, right? And when you go to your journal, if you don't see this, you are eligible. So Dean, I'll take you as the last question because that's a good question to end on. Commissions. So your commissions and fees get applied at the time that you execute the trade. They are at 0.005 per share with a minimum of 35 cents per transaction. The fees are deducted from your equity balance, right? If they're not automatically deducted, we'll adjust at the time of payout. This is really in there for us, for any beta users that get paid out, because they're the ones that this was not implemented for at the beginning. So we just have to confirm that it's there. All righty. So with that, I want to thank everybody for your time today. If you have any questions regarding it, you can email info@tradingterminal.com. And look forward to seeing you all. Enjoy your weekend. If you're up in the Midwest or the Northeast, stay warm this weekend. Take care.